What's going on? Welcome to module number 2. And today we're going to talk about something that is very, very important. Today we're going to talk about who is your ideal customer. And before we get into the lesson, I'm going to give you a little backstory on how I realized how important it was to talk to your ideal customer. So every week, you guys know that I'm a football coach. If you don't, I've been coaching football for 8 years now. And every week we feed our kids. And either a parent volunteers to bring something in or we have one of the companies that we work with cater it. And so obviously we want to give the kids something nutritious, something that tastes good. But we also want them to enjoy it and want them to be excited about it, right? So I remember week 1 of our football season, someone brought in some pasta, and it was like some good pasta in there, and some chicken and some vegetables and all this stuff, right? Looked really good with some salad on the side. And our kids coming up, and they're getting their plates, and they're getting their salad, they're getting their pasta. And then one of our kids, a kid named Carlos, walks up, and Carlos is like, man, coach, I can't get any pasta. Can I just get some salad? I'm like, why? What's going on? He's like, I'm vegan. I don't eat meat. And I remember I was like, dang, man. The reason I tell you guys that story is because no matter how good whatever it is that you offer is, sometimes people just aren't in the market for it. And that's something that us as entrepreneurs, whatever you like to call yourself, that's something that we have to realize, that not everybody is going to be as excited about what we're talking about as we are. In fact, there's a law of thirds, right? There's the law of 33. And the law of 33 says 1/3 of people aren't going to give a shit and will never give a shit about whatever it is you're trying to sell. The next third of people are excited, right? They're enthusiastic about it. And then the other third are in between, right? And so your job is to never waste your time on the third of people that are never going to be excited and never going to care about it. And so that's just a little backstory of why ideal customer is so important, because no matter how good the food was, that kid wouldn't have eaten it because it included meat. Right? And so it's the same thing. No matter how cool your product or offer is, it doesn't matter if the person isn't in the market for it, right? And I know a lot of times people that are trying to sell something, they're like, man, but this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Yeah, but if the fool doesn't eat bread, it doesn't matter, right? So we're gonna hop over to the PowerPoint right now, and so now we're talking ideal customer. So the question I have for you is, who is your ideal customer? And it's not the person that you would like to work with most, although there's some of that in there, right? The more important question is, who is the person most likely to pay you for your offer, right? There's a person most likely to pay you. And it works in every business. I don't care if I'll give you an example. If you're an Italian restaurant, who's most likely to pay you if you're an Italian restaurant, right? Is it Mexican customers, right? Probably not. That's probably not your largest demographic, right? So even though I'm not saying that people outside of your ideal customer won't, I'm not saying they won't come in, but I am saying that we all have an ideal customer for our business, right? And it's the people who are most likely to pay what it is that we have to offer. And the question becomes, why must you have an ideal customer? Well, in the world we live in, there is so much noise. There are so many people vying for attention every single day. I bet whatever market you're in, you can think of 1,000, 10,000, 1,000,000 people on Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter saying the same exact stuff to your same exact market as everyone else, right? And so let me ask you a question. If you were in a big crowd, and just think, whatever, whoever you are watching this, if you're in a big crowd and you're walking around and someone has up a big sign that says your name on it, or someone has a big sign that says, hey, all fill in the blank, come here, right? All personal trainers, all real estate agents, all restaurant owners, all gym owners, right? Whatever the fill in the blank is, if that's calling you out, are you more likely to pay attention to that, or are you more likely to just pay attention to everything else that's going on, right? No, they're calling you out, and so you got to have an ideal customer so you can call them out, right? In this exact course right here in Offer University, I'm calling out entrepreneurs who have a side hustle and want to start making money with their side hustle. And so we're going to move on to the customer avatar. So, what is a customer avatar? Customer avatar is very simple. We want to get inside of the heads of your ideal customer. And what I mean by that is we want to speak to one person. There's a story about a guy named Perry Belcher, who's an old school internet marketer, like a legend in the marketing world. And he was meeting with Bed Bath and Beyond, and he's going through and he's like pitching these candles to them, and he's like telling them all the stuff and giving them all the goods. And they're like, no, Betty wouldn't like that. And then they kept referring to this Betty lady. And then he's like, finally during the meeting, he's like, you know what? I need to meet this Betty lady because you guys keep telling me she won't like it, and she's not even here. And they're like, no, 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 no. Betty is our ideal customer. That's our avatar. We don't bring anything in our stores unless we believe Betty would like it, right? And so if they're doing it on that great a scale, don't you think it's important for you to do it if you're just starting, if you're just beginning, right? And so here are some things you need to know. You need to know your customer's age, right? Because their age is going to determine where they're at, where they're hanging out at. If they're 30 to 50 or older, they're probably on Facebook. If they're between 15 to 29, they're probably more on Instagram, Snapchat, right? You need to know their gender. You need to know what kind of job they work. You need to know what their interests are, right? Are they fans of music? Are they fans of Star Wars? Are they fans of, whatever, Harry Potter, right? Who do they follow online? Are they following Gary Vee and Ty Lopez, or are they more so following people like Ellen DeGeneres and, Shark Tank, right? What are their challenges? These are important. What are the things that are challenges in their lives, right? I know for you, you're taking Offer University because you have a challenge getting customers. You have a challenge selling people on the idea that of what it is that you have to offer, right? And so that's why you agreed to be in Offer University, right? You need to know what their goals are, and not just the goals, the surface level goals, but the actual goals. Like people don't want to lose weight because they want to lose weight. They want to lose weight because they want to feel better about themselves. They want to have more confidence. They want to be able to represent themselves in the best possible way. They want to prove to themselves that they can make it happen, that they can do it, right? So what are their real goals? You also need to know their pain points. What are the things that hurt them in their lives, right? Is it lack of confidence? Is it lack of guidance? Do they feel lost? Do they feel like they're just drifting through life? Or do they feel like they're, they have so much pressure, they need something relieved? Or do they feel so like all over the place that they need someone to guide them? What is the pain point that you're going to be able to solve with your offer? And then what are their needs, right? So everybody needs to feel like they can trust you, right? Everybody needs to feel like they're getting a good deal, right? There's certain needs, but what are their deeper level needs? What are the things that are really going to push their buttons and get them to say yes, because they must have your offer? Okay, so that's your customer avatar. And your homework, when we get to it, we'll go through this. But the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is your job as a business owner, entrepreneur, marketer, salesperson. We're all marketers and salespeople, by the way. Is you see this bridge here on the screen? People are here on the left side, right? They're here where they are now. And they know where they want to go, right? Or at least when they talk to you on the phone or when they see your offer, you give them a vision of where they want to go. And the thing that we got to do is we got to make our offer, your offer, be the bridge between the two, right? Because right now they're standing on this ledge and they see no way to get over to the other side. And your offer can present the bridge for them to get to the other side. And so everything that you think about from now on, I want you to think of it as building that bridge, right? All the elements of your offer are building that bridge so your customer can ascend to the other side. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is who will naturally be attracted to you. And this isn't relevant in all markets, but a lot of times it is, right? If you're in real estate if you're trying to sell info products, if you're selling your services, right? People are going to have to be attracted to you in order to do business with you. I'm not saying physically attracted or anything like that. I'm just saying they have to know you, like you, and trust you in order to do business with you. It's a little different when you're selling e-commerce products because it's more about the thing, right? It's more about the offer of the things, so they don't matter as much. But when it comes to like anything that you're going to be selling or doing, generating leads or getting one-on-one appointments, you're going to have to be liked, right? People are going to have to trust you, know you, and like you. And so here's the people that are most likely to like you are people who are like you used to be, right? And so what I mean by that is, say you're a personal trainer. Well, the people that are going to be attracted to you are people that need to lose weight. Maybe you lost a bunch of weight on your journey. Well, people that need to lose that weight are going to be the ones that like you and are attracted to you. Or maybe you went to college, right? And other people that went to college are going to be attracted to you. Or maybe I don't know, maybe you're gay. Let's just keep it simple. Maybe you're gay, and other people that are in that LGBT community are going to like you, right? It's just natural. We like people who are like ourselves, or who are like how we want to be. And then the other one is you have to go back in time and think about who you were before you discovered your offer. And so an example of that is like if I want to sell you this chapstick, right, and create an offer around it. Well, what I would do, need a little bit real quick, but what I would do would say, like, who was I before I discovered this, right? Man, I remember waking up every single day and my lips would be just cracked. Like I would open up and it would bleed on the sides. And I tried all the chapsticks in the world. I tried Carmex. I tried the strawberry flavor stuff. I tried every single chapstick that I could find, and nothing worked. Every single day I kept waking up and my lips were cracked. And one day I saw this on Amazon and I said, you know what? I'm tired of this. I got to find something that works. So I ordered this one. It was $27 for this one little bottle of chapstick. But I was desperate because I live in the desert and freaking every day I'm waking up and my lips cracking and I'm so sick of it. People like looking at me weird, like I don't take care of myself, right? And I ordered this bottle, and I remember I was so skeptical, and if it didn't work, I was going to be super pissed off. But I took it out, smelled it, smelled pretty good. It's a watermelon, and I put it on my lips. Now I rubbed them together, and it was like instantly they felt better. And I used it once a day, every day, and within 3 days, my lips were like super moisturized. And honestly, you only need like one little go around on it, and this stuff works amazing. Like I can't even tell you how much better just everything feels. Like I don't get dry mouth, I don't get dry lips. Like this chapstick literally has changed my life because that was a major pain point for me. Okay, you guys see what I did there? I I tried to sell you an offer. Well, that was a little more of a product, but I tried to sell you this chapstick by telling you a story. And who would be attracted to that? People that already have a great chapstick or don't feel like they need one aren't going to care. They're not going to give a shit. However, people that suffer from that same thing that I described are going to be, oh, what is it? What is it? Where can I get it? How can I order it? Right? Can you see how powerful that is? So now we're going to get into your Module 2 homework. Your homework for Module number 2 is very simple. You need to identify your customer avatar or avatars. Maybe you have multiple, right? Maybe you are selling, I like using real estate agents as an example. Maybe you are selling real estate, right? And you have your first time home buyer who's an avatar, right? And then maybe you have your the person that's selling the home. You know, maybe they're a little bit older. They're in their 40s, you know, or kids graduated, whatever. And then maybe you have your house flipper avatar. However many avatars you need to have, you need to write them down. So you're speaking messages directly to one person, and then a different person, and then a different person. So you're not all over the place. Because if you try to talk to everyone, you talk to no one, and that is a major rule in marketing. And so the things you're going to want to know are the same things we talked about. Age, gender, job, interest, who they follow, challenges, goals, pain points, and needs. And so you can download the the PDF down below, print it out, fill it out, and make sure you do this homework because this is extremely important as we move forward through the rest of this course. I'll see you on the next lecture. Peace.